Ha, sounds like a whore.
Blue Stahli.
This is Brett, aka Blue Stahli, and this is Ask Blue Stahli. And this is the same shirt I wore in the last one. I own more than one, I promise. The plan is to have a second disc containing all the premonitions and extra experiments. So you will have a companion album of strange new versions of the tracks, designed more for long drives into the middle of the woods for whatever strange rituals you may be carrying out. They'll all be accompanied by hypnotic video, meant only to be a source of weird glowing light while you loop the music. I had the idea for the premonitions too close to the release of Chapter 1, so I still need to release the premonition for the fall, and actually make a full-fledged track for the premonition for Down in Flames. Soon. The most I can pull off is 80s action hero stubble, just scruff. Though if you're asking if I'd ever want to wear someone else's beard, yes. When I'm in need of a disguise, I don't go to a costume shop. I simply find a man with a gloriously Viking-like facial mane, forcibly restrain him, and carefully remove the beard from his face. I then affix the organically grown whiskers to my face and insist that everyone call me Haas, or Tabasco Jim. It's about 4 minutes and 21 seconds. I learned guitar from a friend of mine who was home for college on summer break. So for 3 months, his aim was to teach me to teach myself. His main tenet was, if it sounds right, it is right. He showed me the song Innuendo from Queen and told me that nearly everything I needed to know about guitar was in that song. So he put that song on a tape for me, as well as Queen's soundtrack for Flash Gordon, sent me home with those, and said, "Here's your homework." I was also really into blues stuff like B.B. King and John Lee Hooker, so most lessons would actually just be long improvisational blues jams. He'd play chord progressions and I'd have to keep up. He'd change tempo, key, and structure, and I'd have to follow along by ear. Other than that, I just played along with records that I liked, even if I couldn't pull off the guitar parts in the same way. To this day, I don't know any real chords, I make stuff up. The main source says nothing, but I'm not so sure. Oh, none. I would gain sentience and assert my control over my own strings. People would line up to watch on in horrified wonder as the living guitar beast played itself. Some would be driven mad by the questions raised and implications of inanimate objects displaying their conscious will. Some would buckle under the weight of existential dread. Most would just say, hey, that's pretty neat. Want to know about Blue Stahli? Want to know about the cosmic horror that dooms us all? Want recipes? Ask me with the hashtag AskBlueStahli on the various social networks, and through the magic of technology, I will speak to you through a screen.
In bikini.